Good morning, comrades, and welcome back to MKR-Engineering and us explaining you our journey after the crash, in case you missed the whole story. Basically, I crashed the car and we're now rebuilding one. But first, there is something important I have to do first. So a while ago, I've announced that there would be a possibility for you to become a sponsor of my racing adventure, and all the donations above €100 would receive their name on the car stickered up. On top of that, I said that 25% of all donations would go to a charity. Now, you can go to the link of the description of this video and check out the GoFundMe page, and so far it has generated €4,210. Woohoo! Now, I said that you can also donate to my PayPal page, and this is something you cannot see, or you cannot see because it's my PayPal, obviously, but I can show it to you. And it's €1,008 in total. So, and here are also all the names, since you cannot see the names of those. You cannot see the names, because PayPal is private. But I do want to share these names and also give a massive shout out to you, to everyone who has contributed. And now only one thing is left, and to make a donation to KICA, the research foundation for the child cancer in the Netherlands. So it's the 25%, it makes it in total €1,305, just to show it to you. 1,008 from PayPal, 4,210 from GoFundMe, and gives us a times 0.025, makes it 1,304.5. So that makes it 1,305. It's all in Dutch, but my Dutch audience can actually, how's it called? Now I have like 5 languages in my head. Confirm, that's the word, exactly. Can confirm that this is actually, make a transaction to KICA. So let's do that. Again, totally 1,305, paid by Ideal. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. And just in case some haters have any doubts, here is a confirmation, a bank statement from my bank. Paid €1,305 on 26th of July at 22:15. Well, which is basically 3 minutes ago. And by the way, when I announced this program and I said, hey, you can donate and 25% goes to charity, someone made a comment that like, hey, you only involving charity because you want to get some money playing some people's feelings. I want to say to that person, go fuck yourself. Thank you everyone for donating, and back to the new shell and the racing program. Right, as we already told you previously, we need a complete new chassis, and the good news is, as you may have seen in the previous vlog, Matthias already told us kind of more or less that we have the new chassis, which is over here. The engine, well, someone stole the engine, unfortunately, so we need to get a new one. Yeah, very bad joke. But no, on a serious note, this is probably the biggest part that we need as new, because everything else was more or less resalvageable.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less. So we're talking about engine, about the gearbox, and mostly the interior parts. But for the rest, it's all, needed to be done new. Let's talk about the chassis first. This is something that you can just purchase right away from BMW Motorsport, and the costs for it are actually €17,500, which is, I don't know, a lot or decent, or if you compare
it's okay.
It's okay.
Because you get the whole body shell with the fenders, the hood, the doors, roll cage, all included, so it saves a lot of work. Yeah, so €17,500, and you get this in return. And there are a couple of things that are pretty interesting to see. So the hood is included, I believe, right? Yep.
It comes with a pre-cut holes for the hood locks. Yep, for the rest, the bumpers are not included, right?
No.
So the bumpers you still need to get. And on top of the bumpers, we can see here some holes on the fenders, but the over fenders are not there for the wide body kit. So this is something you also need to buy extra.
Yeah, right.
The same goes for the back, so also for the rear fenders. But this basically means that the chassis is pretty much the same as you get on the street car, right? So
you have these adapters for the roll cage. The chassis is a bit reinforced in the front,
as we could have seen in my crash.
Yeah, but in general, it's the same chassis like the street cars.
Yeah, so that's very interesting to see. Also, funny detail that we see the holes for the fenders, but we don't see the holes for the spoilers. So this is something you need to measure out. And
no, that's the problem. You have to. So the hood we have on this car here is from the 2015 car. So all the chassis were built before 2016, before the update came out.
Okay.
So every time you get the new chassis, you get the old hood.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to throw it away or give it away to your friends or maybe.
Okay, so we have a brand new trunk actually that we can just like give away to people.
So we can't use it for this car.
So that's funny. So what do you get then? You need to buy a separate trunk on the.
Yeah.
Wow.
Need a new one.
Okay, so in case someone is needing a new trunk for his 2 Series, contact us because we have one brand new, painted in white, freshly painted. Speaking of the paint, so the chassis all comes in white paint, right?
Yeah, it's all white. So in the interior, it's not painted; it's only primer.
Primer, yeah, that was my next point.
Usually we leave it like this. We won't paint it white now because it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah.
So you can have like some annoying passenger eating chips and some sugar candy and
that's
like
no
making all dirty. That's no problem. Yeah, speaking of the passengers, we announced actually last time that someone is going to win a taxi lap in the VLN5. Now, this is something we will still need to decide who that lucky person is going to be, so stay tuned for vlogs. But you can also actually just book a taxi ride in the upcoming VLN6, which is going to be on this date, because I forgot when it is. Or do you know when the VLN6 is going to be?
I guess
some point later.
In September.
In September, yes. You can buy a taxi lap in this car with me or one of the other drivers for 329 euros, is that correct?
Right.
And for that money you get a lap of the GP, of the Nordschleife, and in the full race car during the race practice on Friday during VLN. So yeah, in comparison with, I think that's a very fair price for what you get in return. Now, going furthermore back to the interior. So, yep. Did I already destroy it?
No.
Okay, another 17,500 because I bumped the door. Yeah, the doors are actually also stock from the road car, what we see. No. So it's like just metal, and you do get the carbon fiber door cards. This is something that belongs to the car, so we're just going to resalvage it from this car, from the previous car. Another interesting point is, like I pointed out during my crash, I was surprised how stiff the chassis is, although the cage does not like go to the front strut towers. And moreover, it's actually a bolt cage. Is this correct?
No. So the 2040 and 50 chassis had welded cages in the rear.
Yeah.
So the front and this one here was screwed, but the rear was welded. And now the new chassis, so every chassis from 2015 or 16 on has the body screwed.
Okay, interesting. So our old car is actually welded then,
yeah,
I think. Yeah, because that's something that I saw, and yeah, interesting. Yeah. Right, so this is, I guess, as much as we can say about the chassis. It's there. We are going to start rebuilding it ASAP because next weekend we already need to race it. Yeah. So me, Davide, and our new teammate, actually.
Dominic Lanz. So Dominic Lanz is quite experienced on these cars. He did the NAS 500, did also RCN with us. So I guess you three will be a good team.
Good team. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited, looking forward for it. So this is basically again what's going to happen. So by the way, another thing that I want to say, these are the chassis numbers for the cage and for the car itself. And this car has a number 1559. However, there are not 1,500 cars ever made.
Nope. It's 117. I know. So.
Yeah.
No idea why they have that number, but yeah.
Interesting. 170 cars, and actually you can already think that currently in VLN there are probably like what, 30, almost 30 cars driving maybe?
No, 20.
20 cars, and each team probably totaled at least one.
Yeah, we say one car per season is the normal amount you need. Yeah,
so this means that actually like over 100 cars have been already like used for VLN alone, and for the rest, you have probably 50 cars scattered somewhere around the world. But I don't know, like these cars are mostly popular for VLN obviously, and then you have the NES 500, and that's it.
They also race in USA in the Pirelli World Challenge. I guess they have a known class. So
yeah, we'll see. But it's very exciting to see where this is going to, what's the next step is going to be, because everyone is talking currently about the M2 Cup car, which should be the replacement of this car. I mean, BMW already confirmed it during the 24 hours of Nürburgring that the car is coming and will be racing in the VLN5, so the same race next weekend. So we will see the preview of the M2 Cup car, and depending on how well I perform, or how bad I perform, and what like the future is going to bring in general in terms of Audi, maybe I will be racing the M2 Cup car in the future. Who knows? Again, this is something a nice speculation. But so what are the plans with the chassis? What are the plans with the chassis? I mean, we're going to rebuild, but how do you start rebuilding the car?
Yeah, the first stuff we do is all the electrical wiring and fluid lines and so what you have to close on the chassis. Then we get the front axle in with the engine mounted on it. Mm-hmm. We get the rear axle in, some body parts, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. So did you find out if we need a new diff, by the way, in between?
I guess we need one.
Okay, yeah, so that's what we're gonna get. By the way, in case you missed the last video, the reason why it's so like weird color, this is fire extinguisher powder, because the marshals thought, well, the car is gonna burn because actually the oil cap fell off the engine from the impact and then it started smoking a bit. So they covered the whole car in the fire extinguisher powder. Thanks. But yeah, of course, that was a very sarcastic and unnecessary comment of mine, because safety above everything. So in literal word, thank you for caring for my safety, first of all. But
and the marshals were in right, the car was burning.
It was?
Yeah.
How did you find out?
We saw some parts who were black. You saw that it was burning.
Okay, so it was not the oil cap.
No, some wiring, and by the crash they touched, and was a bit burning. Yeah.
Okay, so well, it's in that case extra thank you, and again extra miracle that it could have been worse. Let's just keep it that way. Yeah, so majority of those parts are gonna go on that chassis over there. Regarding the engine, there is some interesting feature actually. So there is this pipe, right? It's
this pipe, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, well, round, but it looks pretty flat to me at this point because again of the accident. And this is actually the whole part of a turbo, right?
Yeah.
So we need a new turbo on the engine.
Yeah, we need a new turbo because the turbo housing here, or the electrical stuff from the turbo is broken.
Yeah.
But no problem, because the turbo has reached his mileage, so it's okay. No extra cost for us. So
yeah, good. So that's so there's that. So we're gonna have extra horsepower. No, we have balance of performance, but we are going to put the car on a dyno later.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some dyno content. I mean, everyone loves dyno content, like flames out of the exhaust. Yeah, if only.
And you really feel the new turbo. It brings you a bit more horsepower.
Yeah, like more like also better power band or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting. Well, everyone's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure like competition is watching my videos as well, and they're gonna be like writing it down and putting protest in. So we're gonna have like, we're not gonna go for a top 3. Well, of course we're gonna go for it, but like, for me, after the last crash, it's like mostly bringing the whole car safe in one piece. That's more importantly. All right, well, what should I say? So far, that's the update for this time. We have a new chassis. The construction will commence tonight already. So in a couple of days, I will stop by to show you the finished process. To finish off, I just want to say that you can join this cause. You can become a partner in our racing. You can have your name on the car. Check out the details in the video description. And actually, it's getting pretty full. Design will be revealed shortly. And actually, I'm not sure if I will be accepting any further donations, because we're actually like, design wise we're full, and also we may have a main sponsor coming up, so but that's something you will be able to find out soon enough. For now, I want to say massive thank you to MKR-Engineering for all the work and being still nice to me after I destroyed their car. And stay tuned to find out more. I am very excited. I'm very much looking forward to next weekend. And I promise this guy and you guys that I will get some more sleep and I will not have any, at least not that as a driver excuse. But we know in the world of racing, there are endless amounts of driver excuses possible. But for that, hopefully I will not need to use any of those. So thanks for watching. Bye.